Greetings from the Radiant Healing Heart Labyrinth Garden. This is Donna Lindeen Harrington. Today I'm going to do another Lionsgate Labyrinth walk, but I'm going to do it on the actual Lionsgate Labyrinth. Imagine that. So, there's going to be roosters and possibly mosquitoes, so I will just give myself a bit of a buffer and just a little warning. So I'm going to try to do this without editing. And the intention of always is to go inside of the Lionsgate to meet your highest best self. And we can walk and talk on the way. So thank you again for joining me. I hope you're having a really good day wherever you are. So we start this labyrinth at this lion's paw, at his mighty claws. And we trace his soft-looking paws. I mean, the paws of the lions are so strong and capable of doing serious damage, but they can also be so gentle. And this labyrinth takes you right to the gate. Half of the gate, and this lion is protecting this beautiful gate of love. He's protecting his heart. So Lionsgate, yesterday I talked about just giving gratitude. I was in such a gracious and grateful mood when I did this walk yesterday morning, and a couple hours later I went to the grocery store, and just a real quick, just to run in, I ran into the next town over, which is called Northfield, and I picked up some peppers in one part of the grocery store, and another part of the grocery store I found a different kind of pepper that I wanted instead. So I went to go return the other peppers, and I ran into one of my favorite customers of mine when I was a cashier at Menards. And I said, "I know you." And long story short, we talked for probably over an hour in the produce section, just catching up. It had been many, many years since I've seen this friend of mine, Steve. He is in the music business, and he produced one of, there was a college band that, not a band, but a duo that came to our college town, and called Chris and Johnny. And this man, Steve, did their first album, and I got the opportunity to tell my friend Steve that I was talking about him last spring, and it's just so crazy. He said, my friend Steve said that he only goes shopping normally at this grocery store at night, so I really got lucky. And I just I know that it's not just happenstance to run into people that impacted your life at some point, just like a happy point. And meeting Steve at the grocery store was not random, and I just thought it was kind of neat how our paths crossed after many, many years. In fact, I only knew Steve by his hair and his eyes. And when I talked to Chris and Johnny last time I saw them last spring, they were talking about Steve's crazy mustache. And I'm like, I knew Steve during the pandemic, so I never saw him without a mask. And while I was talking to Steve yesterday at the grocery store, I was admiring his mustache that they were talking about. And I just think it's kind of wonderful how fate works out and brings everything all together, and you wonder why, and it's just one of those beautiful things, a beautiful connection. And I guess I'm just sharing the story just to embrace and to be open. And I didn't have to, I recognized Steve. I recognized him at the peppers when I was putting my peppers back, and I didn't have to say anything, and I could have just done my shopping and just wondered, but I didn't. I stopped and I acknowledged him, and we acknowledged each other. He recognized me, and nothing is sporadic. Everything is divinely orchestrated. And I guess if you had a situation similar, I know that's so random. It is a random just a thing to mention, but this is my life. And I just thought it was noteworthy. And I always question everything and give gratitude for everything. So that's why I'm sharing. I want to give gratitude for all those beautiful threads and the connections that we all have that bring us all together through time and space. And again, maybe that's just the energy of the Lion's Gate. Upon leaving my friend yesterday at the grocery store, we're like, well, because we both agreed that we could have just talked for hours and hours. But we had, my kids were at home, so I had to, we all had things to do, but we just didn't leave it at fate. Maybe I'll bump into you again. The fact that you bump into certain people is for a reason. I definitely think that. What is my point? My point is to that everything is by design, and part of the Lion's Gate, the Lion's Gate we were talking about, is giving gratitude, making connections, listening to the listening and paying attention again to the world around you, and the beauty that is around you, and the gifts that you're just given. Look at, I got 2 butterflies in here. Oh. And to just give gratitude, if anything else, thank you in advance for watching these labyrinths and listening to my videos. You certainly don't have to waste your time. But what I am doing these labyrinth videos for is just to expand your mind. Ooh, there's another. There's 2. There's one there, and there's one there. And you know what? You have to grab those beautiful butterfly videos when you can, right? This is the season. These guys were just busy dancing around. And there's another one way back there. But this is called Joe Pye weed. And the butterflies just seem to love it. But if this is just a video for just a little bit of peace, I'd be very happy to share that with you. And just to give gratitude for you and gratitude for your human experience. And I'm grateful. I'm just grateful for the season. And boy, I can keep this video a little shorter today. But maybe we can do a little grounding. Just ground in this beautiful heart space of this lion, and we can take our shoes off. We can ground and give gratitude for this earth that we live on, and for being divinely connected to everybody that we're supposed to be connected to. And I think maybe it's our human brains that are supposed to figure out why, you know, just those little slivers of why we are brought into, why paths cross with certain people. And we know, you know, I know that it's not random, and I am grateful for that. And I am grateful for connections and for memories of what these people bring to me. And I give gratitude, and I hope that we all can find our fulfilling purpose, and, you know, really fulfill our purpose. This person, Steve, that I met yesterday, is still, he's reaching retirement age, and he's still living, you know, he's still trying and is kind of struggling to find that purpose, you know, to follow the purpose. And we were talking about following our passions. And, you know, he's still kind of in that mode. He's a musician, and he's still trying to find that, you know, waiting for that big break, that the ship to come in. And, you know, maybe the Lion's Gate is a time for us to reflect, and a time for us to remember that we are here. You know, we're not driven necessarily by money and paying the bills, but of course that is a part of what, unfortunately, what we all have to keep in mind. But when we are driven by our passion, that's what it's about. That is what drives us. And part of the Lion's Gate is just kind of harnessing your purpose, your passion into your purpose, and following where leads go. So whatever connections that you can make, you know, I certainly could have just walked by, again, like I said, I could have walked by Steve and just pretended I didn't see him, but I saw him, and we had a really great conversation, and we did connect. We have connected connections now to not wait for the next spontaneous time to meet. So if you have an opportunity to make a connection, you know, that happens to look like it's maybe random, it's not. So give gratitude for those beautiful surprises. Again, that's kind of what the Lion's Gate is all about, is these beautiful surprises and these opportunities to make connections and to expand and be courageous and be brave, and to really just show unconditional love all the time. So I give gratitude for that. Thank you so much for listening. We don't need to go any further. Maybe I'm just going to share these labyrinth walks as I feel that they're needed. Again, the pinnacle of the Lion's Gate is on August 8th. So I will leave you with this beautiful monarch butterfly, and I give gratitude for you, and thanks for watching. Please have a beautiful day, and we will talk soon. Bye for now.